ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد کور داد باتورانو کور.
Good evening. Today is Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash and you're watching English News Bulletin from RTA News. Let's dive into today's news updates. Turkish Ambassador to Kabul Cenk Onal met with Foreign Minister Mawlavi Amir Khan Muttaqi. The meeting discussed bilateral relations between Afghanistan and Turkey, recent developments and some regional issues. Foreign Minister Mawlavi Amir Khan Muttaqi praised Turkey's humanitarian assistance and described bilateral relations between Afghanistan and Turkey as developing. The Turkish ambassador also described the bilateral relations between the two countries as constructive and provided information about Turkey's cooperation in Afghanistan. Jamshed Samihzada, the first Deputy Minister of Energy and Water of Tajikistan, has said that the Kasa 1000 project will be completed and put into operation by the beginning of 2027. He said that the Kasa 1000 project has a capacity to transmit 1,300 megawatts of electricity and will be an energy connection between Tajikistan, Afghanistan and Pakistan. It's worth noting that a number of agreements were signed between Afghanistan, Kazakhstan and Tajikistan and Pakistan to accelerate the project of the Kasa 1000 project meeting in Tajikistan some time ago. The Ministry of Public Health distributed information brochures at livestock markets to prevent Congo disease. These information brochures include information on the symptoms of Congo disease, transmission routes, and how to prevent it. During the distribution of the brochures, the public was also asked to observe health precautions, wear gloves, and protective clothing when buying and slaughtering animals. The Deputy Minister of Coordination of Jirgas and Tribal Affairs of the Ministry of Borders and Tribal Affairs, Mawlavi Muhammad Ali Jan Ahmad, met with a number of tribal elders and youth from Maidan Wardak and Ghazni provinces to resolve some local problems. The elders who attended the meeting praised the efforts of the Islamic Emirate for the unity and consensus of the tribes and considered the efforts of the Ministry of Borders and Tribal Affairs in resolving conflicts as significant. Nimruz Deputy Governor Mawlavi Turjan Ahmadi held a meeting with security officials to assess the security situation in Nimruz province and take better security measures on the occasion of Eid. The Deputy Governor reviewed the reports of the security institutions and emphasized that all security agencies should take strict security measures and coordination during the Eid days to maintain the peace and happiness of the people. The National Development Company says that the process of excavating the Qushtepa Canal is progressing rapidly, with about 2,000 machines currently working on it. The company officials add that 90% of the excavation work of the second phase, including the dam and canal bridges, has been completed, and the project will be completed soon. Here is the rest of the story.
Officials of the National Development Company say that the second phase of the Qushtepa Canal is underway in different areas and is currently 90% of the work completed and will be commissioned soon.
The work on the second phase of the Qushtepa Canal is currently progressing rapidly in various sections, with 90% of the excavation work completed. The remaining work is also advancing swiftly with the help of 2,000 machines.
Recently, the head of the National Development Company visited the construction of 11 bridges and a water control along the canal, stressing that the work of this phase will be completed on time in accordance with international standards.
As for the dam construction of the Qushtepa Canal, 97.5% of the work has been completed, and the remaining tasks are being carried out by the professional and committed engineers from the National Development Company.
The work of the Kushtepa National Canal project has been carried out by Afghan engineers from beginning, and these engineers assured that it will be completed in accordance with international standards.
Overall, all technical personnel, including designers and engineers who are carrying out practical work on site, are Afghan citizens. No foreign organizations have been involved or requested for assistance in the design and implementation of the project.
Officials say that the Kushtepa Canal project, one of the country's largest national projects, will bring Afghanistan to agricultural self-sufficiency and create many job opportunities.
China has donated 33,000 doses of influenza and 38,000 doses of meningitis vaccines to the Afghan Ministry of Public Health. The Deputy Minister of Health Services at the Ministry of Public Health, Maulavi Abdul Wali Haqqani, welcomed China's assistance and stressed that better management of vaccine customs matters should be ensured to maintain the quality of the vaccines. On the other hand, the Chinese representative said that they would continue their assistance to the Afghan public health sector and promised to expand this assistance further. Work on 5 development projects worth 89 million Afghanis has begun in areas of the border in Kamdesh and Baragmatal districts of Nuristan province. These projects include irrigation, the reconstruction and construction of a 36-kilometer road, and the construction of a bridge. And the final one is that with the arrival of Eid al-Adha, the clothing and tailoring market in the country has become more prosperous. A number of tailors expressing their satisfaction with the increase in their business these days says that the interest of citizens, especially young people, in wearing Afghan clothes has increased. More details in this report.
The increasing interest of young people in fashionable and Afghan clothes. Lal Muhammad, who has been sewing in the Baharistan area of Kabul for 20 years, is happy with the boom of his business these days. The 32 years old Lal Muhammad says that young people have become more interested in fashionable and designer shirts in recent years. This person, who also works as a clothes shop in addition to sewing, says that young people are more interested in brighter colors.
People have different preferences. Young people generally prefer bright colors, while older individuals tend to like darker colors. Likewise, young people are more fond of Afghan-style clothing with designs.
A number of other tailors say that as Eid approaches, they no longer have enough time to sew clothes and are not accepting new orders from customers.
There were many orders, and it has been about 2 weeks since we stopped accepting new ones, as we need to fulfill the existing orders. There is a lot of interest among people in Afghan clothing.
On the other hand, a number of customers consider the use of Afghan clothes to be part of the country's authentic culture.
People in the northern regions wear more designed Afghan clothes, and I like those the most as well.
It's worth mentioning that with the establishment of the Islamic Emirate, citizens' interest in wearing Afghan clothes has increased, which has led to a boom in the business of tailors and clothiers.
That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Stay with us to stay updated. Have a great night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا